there's been some news lately of privacy leaks for Claude artifacts. If you go search or seen on X, you see that if you have created a shareable artifact, some of your conversations may have even been leaked. And so, yeah, just give you a quick sort of what Claude artifacts look like if you haven't seen them before. They're pretty cool. Wow, as you're doing your session. They allow you to just sort of upload and share it with other users, as well as just grant access to only you. So I guess these things have been showing up in Google. If you provide, a link, share, you're basically sharing publicly. So I'm not too sure why it's actual news, but some people have been getting concerned about it. But this is exactly one of the reasons why I built an app to sort of have more control over sharing of this type of content. If you want to keep this information more internal, have your own authorization, and not have to rely on Claude AI to host your actual static content, you can host it yourself. That's why I created Handoff. So, Handoff is an app that runs on top of BFF List. It is open source, and the repo is just bfflist/apps. I have a few of them in here. I have Studio, Handoff, and Reader. But today I'm just going to go into Handoff a little bit and show what it is, and as well as sort of vibe code a new feature where I add comments to it. So it really is just like a Dropbox sharing application that I use a lot to take screenshots. And so let's say I'm on a VPS, I need to give it my screenshot. I'll go in and I'll take a screenshot and just go like this, go to my temporary folder, which I wipe out all the time. And then I'll come and I'll grab my screenshot, drop it in here, copy the link, and then go on my VPS, go into Claude, and just say, "Hey, can you see this?" Oh, didn't grab the link. Grab the link, and it'll be able to pull it down. It knows how to read this image. Now, this folder is a public folder, so anybody can actually view this image right now, and that's okay. I know it's public, but I also have the ability to create a private folder. So here's a private folder that I've created, private TMP. And if I were to go ahead and try to share this by itself in an incognito window, you're not going to be able to access it. File not found. That's awesome. If I wanted to actually create a share link for it, I could, and I could share with someone this private. Oops, handoff. I could share with someone this private file. Just go grab, copy the link. Now I have a private link with this token in it, and so I could share that with anybody, and anybody can have access with the link. This link were found on Google, they would have access too. So I'd have the same exact problem as Google. It's a share link. That's the functionality of it. And so, like, if you don't understand that, it's not really Anthropic or Google. Like, that's what you're getting. The other way to do access control is to allow signed in users, grant them the ability. And that you can do with this handoff app as well. But for right now, let's go ahead and add a new feature. We're going to try to vibe code a way to add comments to a page, which is going to be pretty challenging because this right here is an iframe. The way it's built, you have the parent frame up here, which is very similar to how Anthropic does their theirs. This is the parent frame and allows you controls, and then this is sort of the child within the iframe. So what we're going to want to do is allow our user to somehow add comments. I want to be able to share this page with someone and allow them to add comments, not in the page, but sort of on top of the page, and how they can actually how we do that. I'm not sure. We're going to just see how Claude is able to come up with it. So let's go ahead and try to get that started. I'm going to start by just giving some screenshots of this page, and let's do a markdown page as well. Another cool feature is that markdown, sort of very similar to GitHub. We render the markdown. We have like the source, which is just raw markdown, but then you can render markdown too, which is really cool. So it makes it nice and clean. So we're going to come down here and we're going to copy a couple pages here, and I'm going to go and upload these screenshots. And let's see. I'm going to grab these, copy them, and I'm just going to start by dropping some screenshots. And okay, I know what I want now. I want you to create an awesome new feature where we allow users to write comments on top of the HTML and Markdown and images. Now, those documents are child iframe content. And so this comment content would be above the iframe, similar to how the header is. But I want to be able to allow those comments to be sort of on the side, in line, where the content they're referencing is. For example, if it's a long, markdown file and there's a section, 1,000 pixels down the page, they could write a comment and it aligns to the section of the page they're looking at, and even maybe some sort of Google Docs type, thing on top of it that would allow the user to really dial in on the place they're writing a comment about, similar to how Google Docs works. Now, I don't want to do any changes at build time. I understand the communication between the iframe and the parent can be very complicated. I want a clean solution for this, and this will need to use new pipelines, new code as rules, new schema to store these comments. I should be able to edit my own comment, not someone else's, and I should be able to delete my own comment. And I should only be able to write a comment if I'm a logged in user, and I have the privileges to view that document. All right, so it caught it that time. I should probably be using Grill with Docs for this. This is a Grill with Docs type feature. I didn't start with it. All right, what should the comment anchor to in the document? This is a core design decision. It determines how precise Google Docs field is and how much iframe communication we need. Text selection plus point. It's going to be different. Like, what if I'm viewing an image? No. Decisions. Let's say one comma, but for images, do we really need to comment on images? Images, it would not be valid. So need another solution. Images are, man, why would you comment on an image? It's stupid. I mean, do you need to have like positions? Beyond create, edit, own, delete, which lifestyle features should V1 include? Replies. Interesting. Threads. Wow. Really get into it. I want to say none, keep it simple, but I also want to say, man, emojis too. We're really building this thing all out. I can't resist. This is going to take a while. Once it's like ready to go, it's going to write the spec, the implementation plan. I'm going to go back and watch the Braves and come back in like an hour when it's done. All right. When a document at the same path is replaced with new content, re-upload, new version, what should happen to the existing content? Ooh, that's a good fuzzy re-anchor plus orphan. Yeah, that's going to break it. If you change the document, should anyone share a link? Should anonymous share link viewers see existing comments? Yeah, no, logged in only. That's a tough one. Comments are internal review chat or share link recipients are clean. Yeah, that makes sense. So if you have a share link, just because you can have like a private document, but I can give it to you with a share link. You can view the document, but not the comments. I think you should be able to view the comments. I should probably make that configurable. Okay, questions are answered. Remaining decisions. Okay, what are we doing here? Cell pros, the 2 to 3 architecture approach as soon as the report lands. Okay, it's doing some sort of scavenging. Anchoring text range selection for MD HTML, Google Docs style with highlights, pin at X percentage, Y percentage for image. It's actually getting the pixel location on images. I'll be able to like point and be like, it's right there. It's right there. Clarifying questions about comments and features. Okay. Life cycle, threads and replies, resolve, reopen, emoji reactions, edit, delete. This is big feature. Doc updates and visibility. So this is why I built Handoff. So I could add all these features that you don't get with Anthropic's, static websites. Great news. Everything is already same origin. I know, right? Markdown renders and source stock. I don't know if Markdown does render source stock. Iframe, HTML strings. I think it might be lying to me, or just not lying. I think it might just be wrong. Hold on. Markdown renders and source stock. HTML does not. See, I got this. I got this iframe here. Let's go look at a Markdown report. Plans. CE. So this is a Markdown file. See, it says source stock here, but it's like it does this hacky thing where it's like, oh, I guess it does. It does do it in source stock. So it like drops the HTML inside of an iframe, but not through URL. Okay. So it says the markdown in a source stock whose HTML represents HTML is rendered unsandboxed iframe served on the same host. Images aren't iframed at all. That means iframe community is complicated. Okay, so it's not a problem. Complex communication. Which iframe communication architecture should we build on? Direct same origin access. Yes. I guess because I'm on the same origin, I don't have to worry about using post message, which is kind of a pain in the butt. It's more secure. If it was cross domain, I could do that. The right course headers. But this is basically just going to reach its claws into the document of the child iframe. And then the child can say like window.parent, which totally doesn't work across origins, but works fine if you're on the same host URL. And I'm on the same host. It's definitely for source doc. It's treated as the same. All right, UX in front end. A new component layer mounts inside the existing component ref viewer. Full screens mount. Look at all this. Does this look right? Anything you change about it? Yeah. Yeah, it looks good. I was going to write my schema for me. On a record storage schema, new data field, deliberately not a JSON blob on the node. Okay, resolved node. Okay, comments schema. I like it. Section 5, that's the whole design. Yes. Write the spec, and when done, see this is what's great about Handoff. I can come in here and I'm gonna say I'm gonna create a new folder here, new folder, specs, and I'm gonna say when done, upload the spec to boom. So then I can actually view the spec on the site itself. And it should have, I created a skill so it knows exactly how to do that. And that skill is available as part of this repo. That's while that's doing that in apps, have that skill in here, so you can install the the skill directly. Skills is basically Handoff API. So this tells it how to different video for that. But yeah, so it knows exactly how to log into and upload the spec. It wrote the spec, but I'm on a VPS right now, so it's not really that easy for me to access it. I mean, I could just VS Code and open it up in there, which will work. But I want it to be uploaded into my see. Here's my Handoff API. I want it to be uploaded into Handoff so I can view it in my browser, and I also have it here historically. There it is. So now I have my full spec, and it's going to get into writing the plan next. I can review this while it's writing. Handoff renders documents for review, but reviewers have no way to leave feedback. Okay, we're just going to say it looks good. Looks good. Usually I'd spend more time reading it, but I want to move this along. So maybe refine it. But if I had a way to write comments on it, rather than like go in here and be like, hey, where you say this part, I could just write the comment on it. My whole point is like, hey, like this goal is wrong. And I could write a comment on it, right? And I could come down here to front end composition, you know, this, hey, this is wrong. You know, just like Google Docs. Create like a comment over here, you know, alongside of it. That's where I'm aiming for. And then I could tell, you know, I could tell this guy, hey, I made some comments. Go check it out and refine it. Right? It makes it much more interactive. Again, though, like I'm probably solving a problem I created. I was running all this locally. I could probably just like highlight that section. But I like this anyways for historical reasons and record tracking. Like if I were running this out of VS Code, I could just, I don't know, drag and drop a little bit easier. But I could also now solicit comments from other people on my team with this strategy, with this format. So I don't know, seems like a cool thing to have. All right, so it's written the plan, and I've had it upload the plan to Handoff, and it's quite a long plan. I'm not going to read through it all. This is really just for the AI and for me historically to have. Just wanted to upload it here. It's just showing off that how it uploads. All right, so I'm ready to execute. I'm going to say, let's execute sub agent driven. So we've written the spec, we've written the plan. Now we're using the superpowers, sub agent driven, and this is going to take probably a couple hours. So I'm going to stop this video, go watch some baseball, probably go to bed, wake up in the morning, see what it did, and I'll start another video back up. All right. All right. So I'm back. I think it's complete. I went to bed, hit my session limit, but it just about wrapped up. So let's go take a look at it. All right, it says features complete. What we shipped, it created a branch, 21 commits, backend rules as code, it deployed automatically. All right, so let's see. Let's raise the PR, raise a PR. Will the PR? Well, I can't type. The PR generate a preview branch with working pipelines. It's connected. It should. Let's see if it, like, basically I want to make sure it set up the alias on the preview branch. We'll see. I don't want to have to deploy to merge the PR to actually take a look at what it did. All right, it did the rebase, fixed the merge conflicts, and we've also pushed the alias. So let's see what happens now as our backend is running, our pipeline is running. It should push the. Uh, should put. All right, let's take a look. This is it. Open up DevTools. All right, we have some sites in here. Oh, look at this little comment guy. Oh, I'm getting a 404 in my comment. That's sad. I don't believe the alias is mapped to it yet. Comments here is click text or click the image to comment. Let's see this. Select text or click an image to comment. That doesn't work. Oh, there it is. Double clicking it. That's cool. Oh, oh, that's pretty cool. This is critical. Yeah, it's like what someone would say. Couldn't post comment. Try again. Dang. Fail. Oh, it is working. Yes, I need a logging issue for that. Okay, so let's try to make a comment again. I'm gonna highlight this thing, and as a user, I'm gonna say something stupid like, "This is critical." Go to comments, and now when comments is open, I get this guy. I can say, "This is critical." Um, this is critical. Very important comment to post. This is critical. 57 years ago. All right, man. It's definitely an issue at the time. It's close. I, oh, and I can thumb up it. That's pretty dope. Okay. We created our comment here, and let's give it some. I don't know why it thinks it's 57 years ago. All right, so okay, that worked, but seems to be an issue with the time. Let's do two things here. First, log the issues on the CE GitHub issues page. BFF listeners should know this. CE. Second, comma. Okay, that worked, but seems to be an issue with the time. And now I'm going to post the time, fix this timestamp issue. And I have some work to clean up the CE, make that work right the first time. Still don't entirely understand what happened. Attached it to, I looked in the admin panel before though and thought it was already attached. Did I miss something? I swear I looked and it's like, we have them here, Handoff PR250. That's really cool though. So I can thumb up it. I can add a heart emoji. Hard reload. Does it work? I got comments up here. Oh, and I can mark as resolved. Oh, show resolved. That's pretty cool. I can reopen it. I can reply. Wow, this was 57 year ago. Time sure flies. Who knows where we'll be in 57 years. I don't really like this dot. Looks like garbage. Let's tell it to clean that up. Oh, it highlights it too. That's dope. Oh, I can edit and delete it. I'm giving it so many things to do at once. I don't really like the dot next to my email. Additionally, the quote is kind of messed up. And my comment, what's it doing? And my comment reply looks like it's part of the quote. Clean that up. All right, let's hand off. I was gonna just merge it straight to me, but there's clearly some things I wanted to clean up. I needed to clean up. Still some issues with the platform itself that I'm trying to work out. That's why I'm building this. That's why I'm building Handoff, is to just make the platform itself better. Okay, so it's fixing the timestamp. Liking explanation. Got it. Okay. Okay, so it's fixing my two issues. It hasn't really given me a clarification onto this. I feel like this might be an issue with my pipeline itself, my GitHub pipeline. I would put it here. I created a domain for it, but like my GitHub action, I think is the problem. Preview handoff. It's attaching handoff and handoff. I think that's what happened. That's the update. Reports. Just pull this over a bit. Look at my comment. Unanchored. Oh, because I have a comment was deleted. Someone. Then I have this thing still in here. I can delete this guy. And someone comment deleted. Interesting. Okay, let's try it again. Cool. Yeah, it is. It's still like, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, this is the reply. So this is me just now reply. All right, cool. I don't really like this down here. If it's deleted, you just get unanchored. Oh, I got bad requests. Let's see. So now I got other issues. It's deleted a comment and I tried to. Okay, next issue. I deleted a comment and it put it down to this unanchored area, and now it's giving a 400. I think if you delete a comment, it should probably just not show up in the UI, and we definitely shouldn't be doing a 400 error. Like, we need to resolve that. All right, making progress. All right, and we're gonna go to temp. Next bug. This is filling up. Just says invalid request. So why is the deleted comment even showing up? Yeah, let's see. Agent fixed delete husk. Deleted husk UI. Yeah, that's exactly the push trace from. Deleted target. Does the deleted comment still show up as unanchored? It shouldn't. So it's gonna fix that. And then once we get that ironed out, we go ahead and merge it and clean up our aliases. Asked it to create an issue here. All right, so it's done again. Let's see if it's got our fixes. This isn't it. It's we got one comment. We're going to delete this comment and someone, and I'm going to delete this, and it's gone. Perfect. Let's add it again. This is key. That's pretty dope. Love it. Awesome. Let's merge it, delete the branch, and let the pipeline run. I just merged it. Can you clean it up? Clean up the uh, pipelines. So I have these proxy rule sets. I don't need these guys anymore. It should fold the rules into handoff. Congrats on the merge. Let's watch our pull request, our pipeline. All right, so completed. Let's go look at backend. We have just our handoff, and I have just my additional comment stuff. And so I should be live. And so if I go and I look at handoff and I go to reports, I go here, I should be able to, when I click comments, I should be able to like this comment. This is major. Boom. All right. So that wraps up the feature. Found some bugs in the CE itself, found some bugs in the handoff app itself, and I added this really cool new feature. So this is handoff is becoming something really valuable to me as I'm interacting with Claude, and then in the future, if I'm reviewing one of its markdown documents that it gives me, it can then read these comments back. Hopefully I can make better comments than these dummy ones that I created here. So yeah, hope you liked this video. It's a bit of a long one. I'm gonna try to cut it using my other um, app, which is called Studio, which helps me post production cut these videos down so you don't have to watch 30 minutes of Claude doing its thing. Let me know if you guys have any issues or feedback. Thanks.